To go in as a guest of the Israeli Defense Forces is still the only way to get into Gaza for international journalists. And since they were taking us to one of their outposts, we had to operate according to IDF guidelines.
It's 2 years since I was last on the Gaza Strip, and I can already tell that the level of destruction is way beyond what it was in November 2023.
From the hilltop base, this is the view an Israeli sentry has of Gaza City and the Mediterranean beyond. North of us, that's what's left of Beit Hanoun and Jabaliya, the most fought-over parts of the Strip. I was in both Mosul and Raqqa as the Islamic State was being demolished, but the level of obliteration here puts both those pummeled places in the shade. These are the carcasses of once thriving communities. If there was a scale for the level of destruction wrought by warfare, then Gaza would be a Category 5.
Can you honestly say hand on heart that this destruction was a military necessity?
Yes, our operations in Gaza were a military necessity. We were facing a terror organization. We are still facing a terror organization that vows to kill every Jew, not just Israeli. They are not. This is not a dispute over a piece of land. This is a jihadi terror group that doesn't accept our existence. They were holding 255 of our civilians in tunnels right in this area.
In the midst of this is the Middle East's latest border. Called the Yellow Line, it bisects Gaza, leaving the IDF and the Palestinians on either side. We could tell that the frontier lies where the skeletal but still standing buildings begin, because all the structures on the Israeli side have been completely flattened.
Another divide is probably the last thing that this region needs. And although the Yellow Line is meant to be a stopgap measure, history tells us, in places like the West Bank and the Golan Heights, that in this area, the temporary often becomes permanent.
The gunfire was of no interest to our hosts because it wasn't aimed at them. We also heard the call to prayer in Gaza City and glimpsed 2 water trucks limping through this pulverized neighborhood. There were no other signs of life. On Monday, the UN Security Council endorsed a peace plan that's long on optimism but short on details. If there were any green shoots visible here today, it was easy to miss them. John Irvine, ITV News, on the Gaza Strip.